Lord of the Rings.
Na 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 na.
I think it's out already. That's why I don't even see it anymore.
Na 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 na.
Okay, there we go. Wait, is this the last movie for tonight?
Second last.
The last one is
Oh, God.
The last one is Canary Black.
Oh, right.
Wow.
That'll take 20 seconds.
Yeah, this one, something is off with this. This feels like it's an AI generated movie
Wow.
with this trailer.
Painful. Ouch.
Like it feels like the mouth sync is not working. It feels like some of the fights.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Punch it in the intestines, why don't you?
It feels like some of the the way the characters is moving is stiff as hell, and you're like some of the sync is off, like some of the music is off, and already like apparently they're focusing on a character that's not named. Like it's supposed to be about the I think is he the hammer hand or the hammer fist?
Hammer hand.
Yeah.
Let me tell you
basic.
something.
Yeah. Oh no.
Okay. Well, no. Go on about the movie lore because you already know I know all the Lord of the Rings lore about it. So.
No, that's exactly. I was gonna say that she shows up in like a sentence, something like that. But I think you know more than me about this one.
Okay, Hammerhand is the last king from the Elros bloodline. Okay.
Okay.
So the founding houses who become the rulers of the Riddermark will be from Elros the Young, and his descendants. The last king is Helm Hammerhand, who ends up being besieged in Helm's Deep. That's why there's the horn of Helm Hammerhand shall sound the deep one last time. That's in reference to him, where deep in the middle of winter, in the middle of the night, would sort it out and basically smash the living crap out of the people besieging his city in the night, up until the last day of the siege, where apparently froze to death.
Wonderful.
While saving everyone. Correct me, commenters below, you can correct me, but from there, that's where the Theoden's bloodline come in. That's why you see everybody starts with the name Thengel, Theoden, so on and so forth. That's from the sister of the king. That's why it becomes a new lineage of the king of the kings of the Riddermark. So it's in a very pivotal time for the history of Rohan because it's basically an infight.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
it looks like it's just Sim Boy Central can't take for an answer.
Basically.
Starts and so he starts a war.
Yeah.
In the middle of the war, in the middle of Sauron doing
getting the wild men of the north, etc., etc. Yeah. So
just because she said no, but
like
that's
medieval. I'm saying, what is it about medieval bras and can't take no for an answer? Like every war, all of a sudden, when she's like, "Nah, I'm not feeling
this." Is what happens when you've been living in. To the vampire. So this is what happens when you've lived your entire life being an entitled spoiled brat and you can't take no because you're a Lord Mang and everybody's been saying yes until one person says, "Hey, I ain't got time for this and that." No, like you can't say no to me. I'm your king. No, I'll say it again. And then he loses. He has an entire throws a massive tantrum that destroys the kingdom. So
Mortal Kombat. No, I'm saying like this is how it must feel, Zuko. Every time you have a disagreement with Azula, no, Azula, I don't want to have sugar.
Imagine.
Okay. So what's your? I mean, this thing is coming out tomorrow. So
yeah. Okay. Just to wrap up my thoughts on this thing. Also, a lot of the voice acting is falling hella flat in this thing. It feels like these voice actors are not even trying. Like that guy was like, "You killed him. You will pay for this." I was like, "Really? You sound like
you will pay for this with your life." Like what?
It sounds like you're reading something from the page and you're not saying it.
Yeah, it's like it sounds like I mean, it sounds like you're seeing something happening and you're like, "No, not my dad." It's like I don't think you cared about your dad like that. But anyway, numbers wise, this is Lord of the Rings. Again, it looks so AI generated that I don't know if that's gonna hit or connect with people.
Dude, I thought it was a fake trailer as well.
everybody is mad at this anyway already because they're like, why are we focusing on an unnamed daughter when it's supposed to be about the hammerhead or the hammerhand, sorry, hammer time. It's supposed to be about that guy. So, but it's still Lord of the Rings. I don't know. Maybe I'll say 200 million minus 200 million. Because this is an IP that's going to. This is an IP that's going the way of. It's going the way of Transformers. Like, you know, like how they kept doing the Transformers thing and they kept milking it, and then number 5 came out and people were just like,
enough.
Says really, says really.
yeah, yeah, minus 200 million.
All right. Awesome. Zooks?
Burn it. Burn
Whoa.
it now.
Whoa.
Let it not come out. Let it not
Yo.
be known. Ichiseni, burn it down. Burn the producers who okayed it.
Yo.
Burn the executives who okayed this. Like,
What
what
did
is
you-
happening here? Like,
what
if you're
did
gonna
you
make
say
it, at
about
least make
What did we say about Zuko being unhinged? You said she's the calmest.
that is not unhinged. That is the reaction of a man who sees something he loves being this thing being poured with mud and thrown in the garbage. That is a normal reaction. That is not unhinged.
Okay.
Unhinged was if I was do that like the guy what's that movie with Jamie Foxx where he's a lawyer and the dude law-abiding citizen. Now if I didn't like that, that would be unhinged.
That would be a better
Um,
Lord of the Rings movie, that's for sure.
Yeah. So firstly, the animation looks like a Castlevania knockoff.
Castlevania, you mean?
Yone.
Vania.
Is it Vania? What is it then?
If it's Transylvania, this must be Castlevania.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you see, chilling with nerds, ne?
Mm.
Anyway, so Castlevania. Leviosa.
I mean, sorry.
Yeah, so the animation looks bad, as you said. I did like the scene where she was but also why is she fighting in a wedding dress in that final scene of the trailer? Oh, it looks like a wedding dress anyway.
Because Zack Snyder stepped in for 5 seconds because he like this would be cool for symbolism. I don't know.
Ugh. Yes, he came in with his scissors.
Snip, snip.
Also, the dad knows the daughter can fight. Why is he preventing her from fighting? But she's like, some things are not making sense already, and it's just a trailer. Like, I understand if the dad wanted you to leave so that you wouldn't be caught up in the war, but him not wanting you to fight when he knows you can fight, like, ugh. Anyway, I don't like it. I hope it makes less than 50 million so that they stop making it. So I'm gonna say plus 20.
Plus 20. Gotcha.
I hate
And
it. Like if I were to express how I felt about it, and if this played on the radio, all you would hear is beep and another thing boop. You see what happened was beep because that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah. Okay. Rob?
Hey,
What about
we
me?
fired Tabello.
Oh,
Yo.
sorry.
Quiet!
I think it's because Tabello like was giving us the entire law, so in my mind, I forgot that he did.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be frank.
My sincere apologies.
Hi,
No,
Frank.
it's all right. You know, we know how we roll here. ADHD
Yeah, we're
squad. We
sorry,
forget
Frank.
people exist. I wanted to say something now. I lost my train of thought. Oh, okay.
Said
Here's
you'll
the
be
thing. Jeff Bezos' marketing strategy when it comes to this story has always to rely heavily on the social media, aka TikTok. This thing has been whispered about and talked about on all the Lord of the Rings circle, all the ring TikTok for a better part of this year. And for me, and now it may ordinarily, Ordinarily, that should translate to a good turnout and a good result. But here's the thing: they've been doing the same tactic for the Rings of Power, and how is that turning out, guys?
It's just powerful, man. Just powerful diarrhea. Powerful diarrhea.
Real style.
That you see, and they're like,
they're working on the actual TV series for Lord of the Rings, so
and there lies my biggest concern
or
is that
movie.
you see they on paper they got all the ingredients right because they focused on the Lord of the Rings. They thought of it a period of time where it was but after the first age nonsense that they can't really rely on. It was basically in the first age. And then now the problem is they went just straight into an animation style. So they're trying to try to break into the anime market, but the animation quality is not up to standard, if you ask me. If I look at it, it reminds me of a bad, and you already know I'm gonna catch some flack from external from this, but still, it looks like a bad remake of a Miyazaki film.
Whatever flag that you thought I was gonna say, I
Thank
think
you.
I already said it in your brain, so it's fine. I won't say it
Yeah.
out loud.
No, I know because remember what was it? It wasn't the geek heresy where everybody was crooked.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
Paul said he doesn't like me, as I can remember.
Yeah, but I was
This, you know what this is? You know what's this? You know what this is giving me? You know what I'm feeling? If
yeah.
you guys watch Blue Lock, ne?
Yeah, there it is.
It's like a lot of good drawings, but terrible animation.
There you go. That's the word. That is the perfect description. And for me, that's the thing that's going to be an issue with this basically release. So I think it's gonna start off week one with a bang and fizzle out so fast.
Mm.
So my prediction for an animated movie, and I hope I'm being very pessimistic in this regard because I do want people to act together with regards to this IP, but I think it's going to tap out at about 15. So 15 million minus.
Okay, Rob.
Cool. Just to give you a heads up on Kenji Kimayaya. Before Lord of the Rings, he did Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, 1 and 2. I think there's a second season, and then he also did he did a lot of Ghost in the Shell, and then Eden of the East, and then Ian number 803. I never actually watched that one. Then Cyborg 09. Didn't know that one actually, and the one I do know is Blood Sea. That's the one I know. They hyped him up like he was going to be such a huge deal, in my opinion. But I agree with what you guys said about the artwork. I think it could have been so much better. It looks kind of terrible. It kind of reminds me of the Hulk, not Hulk. What's it? He-Man season 1.
Oh.
I did not like He-Man season 1's artwork, in my opinion.
The 1970s one.
No,
Oh,
the new
recent
Netflix one. Yeah.
Okay.
Castlevania should have been the standard, but instead I feel like it's the exception.
Vania.
And now we're just looking at the actual standard, which is this cell shading nonsense. Yeah. It's very stiff. It's not pretty. I actually remember when this trailer came out initially, when it came out like on the day, I commented, "Oh my God, here we go again!" Like, "Oh, the princess doesn't want to get married." Oh, original. And then I think what they're trying to, it feels like Game of Thrones gone wrong. Like I feel like what they're trying to do is like do political intrigue and all this stuff, and I feel like it's gone so lame. Like I wish these companies had balls. Like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I don't know if you guys know that movie, but the ending where basically she does something similar where she doesn't want to get married, Ziyi Zhao's character, and then it ends up leading to massive consequences. Like if something cool like that could happen, but I feel like that's not what's gonna happen. It's gonna be like,
well, it does lead to a civil war that results in your father dying. So
but watch her be like the
did I spoil
proud
it
hero.
for you guys? Sorry.
But watch the storyline flow like this. She's gonna be like, oh, it was difficult, but I moved on. And it's like, meanwhile, in the actual Game of Thrones, what would happen was it would be so difficult that you'd borderline go insane. Do you know what I mean? And you'd lead to more negative decisions. But watch the main character somehow get stronger from that instead of getting injured. And I kind of hate that style of storytelling. I feel like I'm talking from a writer's perspective where it feels like it's so easy. And I feel like I can see this entire storyline. I've never read this thing, but even without reading it, I knew that the dad died. I already knew that, without having to know any of the lore, because I know the step-by-step process that's happening here. It feels so cliche. It feels so. I just hope I get shocked and something interesting happens, but I have a feeling it won't. Childhood friends, etc. Boring. We've all seen this again and again and again. But it is Lord of the Rings, and that has some hella weight. So I think my thing is going to be 40 million. I think that's what it's going to be. Because it's still a weirdly designed cartoon. There's no speed to it. There's no flow, momentum to it, like Minions and all these other Puss in Boots and that stuff like that. And that matters when you're trying to get people into the theaters. So they'll be punished for that with the art style and just the flow of it. So yeah, 40 million plus 40 for me.
That was suffragette versus you get no pity from me.
I think you guys have actually hit the nail on the head with everything you guys said. I agree with what you guys have said. Great drawings, like Buck said, but the animation just doesn't land. Feels rushed, or it feels like they got limited budgeting afterwards. Kind of reminds me of Young Justice season 3. Yeah, this one is gonna be tough. Globally, I think by the time we record another one, I think this would make plus 100.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
it'll have time, but I think even with all the time in the world, it still won't hit high numbers. But we'll see.